What's up? Check. This puzzle looks familiar. Pretty sure I've seen this somewhere. And I can't remember what the answer is. That's odd. Oh shit, I'm on 55. What? That's really weird. My account said that I did a puzzle streak yesterday with 22, but that's not possible if my current one is on 55. It just doesn't make sense. I didn't understand that. Let's go back and check out my profile. Alright, Sparkle Horse profile. It says right here, played one run of puzzle streak. High score 22. How is that exactly possible? If my current puzzle streak is 55, maybe they're based on, maybe it's based on the machine, not the account. Like if you log on to a different machine, you have a different puzzle streak. It's like local to the machine you're playing on. That's really weird. Puzzle streak. Yeah, I'm on 55, so the 22 one, I don't know how that must work in a very strange way. Yeah, this is mind-boggling. I remember leaving off here. Queen A4 check, knight A5. What the hell do I do? Rook E6 doesn't do anything. It's just very bizarre. B4 is covered. Queen C4 check, B5. I couldn't get this puzzle before, and I still don't get it. Queen A4 check, knight A5, obviously. Bishop takes A5. Bishop takes A4, and that's the problem. Bishop takes A5, bishop takes D8, rook takes D8. So here we are doing this puzzle. Wait a minute, I gotta get my, all right, shit in order here. Here, get your shit in order. All right. Now you can hear me. Well, now people know that I'm streaming, maybe. We're taking challenges 5+3. But anyways, we're doing this puzzle streak, and I don't have an answer for this puzzle. I really don't. It's messed up, man. It's really messed up. Queen C4, B5. Queen A4 check, knight A5. Queen A4 check, knight A5. It's like a dead end. I mean, bishop takes A5, bishop takes A4. That's the problem. Bishop D8, rook D8. I can't do anything. Nothing works. Queen A4 check, knight A5. Black defends. Rook E6 doesn't do anything in that spot at all. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I can't get past this puzzle, man. I don't know. I don't know. There's no answer. Oh no, of course there is. It's simple. It's Queen C4 check. Oh. Queen C4 check, B5, Queen takes C5. So you're looking for like a brilliancy, and it's easy. You just check and take the bishop. Ah. Too easy. That's why I didn't get it before. Alright. Well, what about this one? Queen H4, win a rook. This is a cute puzzle. That's easy. Boom! Skandarovich, I'm ready for you. Yes, Arsenal. Thanks for stating the obvious. No, thanks. It's okay, I'm fine. I just don't like to stream when I'm in a bad mood, you know, so I was really hysterical about something, and then a bird came in the house, weirdly, later. Alright, yeah, sorry about that, but you understand. Rage, slaggy rage mode enabled. Everything's fine. Just trying to get past that now. 56. Yeah, no, I mean it's very hard to do something like play chess or stream if you're emotionally upset, you know. So when something happens that makes me emotionally disturbed, you know, it's not like building a fucking wall made of bricks, you know. It's like fuck, you know, if I was making license plates in the fucking prison, it wouldn't be a problem, you know. I would just go back to making license plates. But it's like live streaming and playing chess, they don't really go well with like flying off the handle and having a hysterical anger attack. And it's hard to recover from that, you know. So if something happens, I'm just like, fuck it, you know. You lost a mini rapid match versus Pavel last night. Cheers. You got, wow, I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, right. No, I mean, I used to be more emotional on the stream, but I mean, I think like not streaming as much lately. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. It's nothing. It's nothing. Just that people don't respect what I do. It's cool. I don't respect what I do. So, all right, we got everybody's back. Sun Prism, Gobble Troll Mops, Arsenal fan. Actually, Gobble Troll Mops, you weren't here yesterday, were you? I got 3 puzzles in a row right. I don't understand why. I think the puzzles must be local. I didn't log into my account last night and do a puzzle streak. Did I? Did I do one on stream? Maybe I had some Ambien and like secretly. No, I played on my phone, but I wasn't logged in. So there's an Illuminati for you. My account says I played a 22 puzzle streak. Maybe it was like really late on Wednesday or something, logged in. Maybe it wasn't last night. It was like last night, like as in like Tuesday, really late. I mean, no, I don't understand. But anyway, I had a 22 puzzle streak. I thought it was offline, but all right, Arsenal fan. I guess we'll play you. 5+3 casual. I'm fine. I was fine yesterday until the shit hit the fan. You know, the thing was I just had a huge coffee, and I was really. I'm normally pretty chill, but I think the coffee. I had just finished drinking like this giant coffee. The stream we had been streaming for 40 minutes, so I was really revved up, you know. And that was meant to be like for playing or analyzing. I mean, you know, because I was like tired before that, and then so the coffee just went to like having an anger fucking attack, whatever. Nothing on stream now. No, here in the house, and then a weird thing happened. So I didn't feel like streaming. You know, I was really pissed, and I went out and I went for a long walk. It had just rained here, and the oddest thing happened when I came home from this like 1 hour walk. My family was all upset because there was a bird in the house. You know, how weird is that? And like this little black bird, I had to like corral it in a cat box in like a cat carrier and put it back outside. We've had a bat. I had a bat in my because we live on the roof of this building, so um, there tend to be like birds. Anyways, so now we've had a bat and a bird, but I've lived here for over 10 years, so I guess that's to be expected. Bird bat. Anyway, that was weird. All right, let's just play chess. I don't know. It's really hot in here, but I can't turn on the air conditioner because it blows right on me. The Sosa, the Sosa is sucks. Right, Arsenal fan? Susan Master. By the way, his G5 is not a top move, you know. But the guy's comments were weird, man. I found him weird from the get-go before you had a confrontation about whatever. So I banned that guy not for cheating because that can't be confirmed, just for being a weirdo and being like a troll kind of. I suspect that that guy's probably had other accounts on my stream before. I don't know. Whatever. you just kept saying weirder and weirder stuff. You know, you weren't even here for part of it. Like the other day, he gave a random NPC was like stunned by this. He made a pronouncement that he plays AI chess or something like that. He just kept saying the weirdest stuff all the time. Whatever. Anyway, that's also in the rearview mirror. All right, guys. The important thing is that Slaggy has to play a tournament game on Sunday, and the problem is that my team is in danger of relegation. So the team has to win a 12-board match by 7-5 to guarantee not being relegated. Not just guarantee, like almost certainly we have to win our match 7-5. And judging by the rest of my team, let's just say that I'm one of the better hopes to win a game. We'll put it that way. The other players are either not that good or not that motivated on our team. There's a few that are decent. I'm one of them that has a plus chance. Are we transposing to an accelerated dragon? That's what it looks like. We just transposed to like a mainline accelerated dragon, I think. Can anybody challenge? Yeah. As long as you have 100. I'm like drooling on myself. Wow, I just drooled on myself on stream. I don't know why. I had this vitamin. I took like one of those like fruit vitamins, and it made my mouth really, I don't know, it was like real tangy with like this tangy. I literally just drooled on myself. That doesn't happen very often, but it will. It will. Drool. Anyway, you lost the match to Pavel. Wow. Pavel hates me now because I called him out as a Russian spy. No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, by the way, new policy with the U.S. government, Arsenal fan, affecting Kamsky directly. Listen to this shit. This is a like forgotten. There's a forgotten law that was never enforced. It was created in 1996. U.S. citizens who owe child support of over $2,500 will now not be able to renew their passports. So, Kamsky's going to have to use another passport. Does he have another passport? I don't think his Russian passport is going to fly. I don't know what passports he has, but he's going to have to investigate, you know, deadbeat daddy is going to have to investigate. You have to tell Pavel to warn him that he's going to lose his U.S. passport because he doesn't pay child support. So just tell him you're you're asking for a friend. Don't forget to mention it. This goes into effect sometime this year, so I know Kamsky's big on not paying child support. Who can blame him? You know, I'm not here to judge people. I'm just stating the fact. That would suck, though. You know, you're like a U.S. citizen living abroad somewhere in Europe, and suddenly you lose your U.S. passport because you didn't pay child support to your family back in the States. That's not good. He'll be like a digital nomad. Time for a digital nomad visa. All right, I'm sure that he can work it out somehow. He's got some money saved up somewhere. Just send him the warning. All right, now it seems like standard shit, huh? Mike Lindell. E5 doesn't work unless you want to lose a pawn. I could do that, lose a pawn. That's always good. I've always been a big fan of King G8, but maybe I want to reconsider. We're fine. We're fine. Just don't worry. Things okay. Can anyone challenge? Yes, we've been there. All right, Sun Prism. What makes you say that? Oh, understandable. Haha. I'm sorry. I'm going back in time. Yeah, my rage tilt yesterday. I had a huge fight off stream, and yeah, the coffee wasn't meant for that. I was supposed to be like analyzing. Don't fuck with me when I'm analyzing. So 5+3 challenges. We've got challenges from Gobble Troll Mop, Sung Prism, Brownie Chip. How's this Arsenal fans? Oh man, you're keeping your bishop now. I don't know. I'm skeptical. Bishop E6, Bishop D5. Sorry. Freudian Arsenal fan. B4. Huh. Well, 96 doesn't do anything. A5 is a bit slow. Okay, this works. This will work. This will work. It won't work. It'll work. It works. It'll work. I missed something initially, but I'm lucky that it. That's okay. He always has more time than me, no matter what. You know, it's like having this constant pressure. I'm slow as fuck. You know, I was slow in baseball. I got thrown out of first base on a right field single once in high school. My teammates wanted to kill me. My coach was fucking pissed. Way to hustle, Sladgy. If you hit a single to right field and you get thrown out of first base, does it count as a base? Does it count as a base hit? Nope. All right, so here's a simple answer. I can play knight a4, but I can also play knight d7. So knight e6 is bad. I don't want my structure to get wrecked. Yeah. So knight a4. This forces him to trade queens. Wow. All right, you're the one that's a little overextended here. Just saying. Oh, no. Dude, seriously? Next me, please? No, no, that's not how it works. Children's. No, we don't do that. There's a list. You guys can't see it. You're not next. A5? Maybe. Shit. A6. Yeah, baby. Haha. Tricked you. I got him to put his pawns on the light squares. What's he doing over there? He always has more time. Jesus, dude. Wow. What do I do? That. We do that? Do. Dude, you're the one with all the pawn moves. God damn it, Jerry. Two. You should have taken the file. What the hell is going on around here? Shit. Oh. Oh no. Okay. Controversial decisions have been made. What? We're winning. What a fighter. He's hard to beat, man. Three dragon scales left. Good fight. When did I lose my pawns? In the end game. But that's what happens, dude. It's the Sicilian. You who overextends, all Sicilian endgames are better for black. That's the rule, dude. You know that. You should know that. If black survives to the endgame, they're usually better. White is tending to overextend. So I've got a challenge from Chess Queen, whoever that is, probably a guy, but not necessarily. Chess Queen 3+0, no, we don't do that here because I like to take my time and think. Because thinking is good. All right, 5+3. Five is good, and the extra 3 seconds because I'm streaming, and increment is chess. All right, Sun Prism is up next. If you want to challenge me to 5+3. I've got 2 hours. Another loss to the pile. We feel for you. No, okay. Yeah, the loss to the pile. You lost it in the end game, but you were slightly overextended. But I think there's a very fine line, Ars, where you have to sort of come to the realization that you're worse, and then you have to kind of like, well, defending actively is fine, but if you never come to the realization that you're worse, you don't know when to start like defending. I don't know, it feels like you're always pushing even when you're worse. There's a good, where's the point in that game where you became slightly worse but you can still save the game? Identify that point with the engine or whatever. Go back to that point and see how can I play it better when I realized that things started to go wrong. I think that's an important moment in the game. Whatever it was, like when you played knight d5, we went into an endgame where it looks like you're active, but you're a little overextended. Could that be the moment where you could play better? The endgame was probably a draw, but we had low time, and you didn't find quite the best plans. All right. Anyways. Classic Kings Indian attack. By the way, like, Magnus, what happened yesterday? Did they finish that Sweden tournament or not? What's Bishop G5? Is that a normal move? What happened yesterday in Sweden? Not that it's an important tournament. I mean, it's kind of a weak for Magnus. Yeah, he beat Erdogmas. Yeah. But I mean, I just want to comment on the fact that I think that Magnus didn't channel that in this tournament at all. Blundered in a drawn endgame. That's why Magnus was like 2850, because of people losing drawn endgames. That's what I was saying yesterday. He needs to challenge that. That's how he became world champion, you know, beating people in drawn endings. That he was playing loosely in this tournament, you know, because it's a weak tournament for him by his standards. So all the people that, oh, Magnus is finished, man. He's washed up. Bro, he has no motivation, and he was like playing outside his like normal safe style a little bit. But he still won the tournament, dude. Bro, what did you expect? For all those, I'm just saying that for all those commentators out there that Erdogmas is the strongest player in the world and shit like that. Danny Gormally making Roseanne Barlick statements all the time. Erdogmas. Now he's eating his words. Why am I playing Queen D8? I have to almost, I just, every day I want to ban Gormally from my Facebook because he says the stupidest shit. He thinks it's like, he thinks Facebook is like Twitter, and he just posts like random shit that pops in his head. I kind of like him, but at the same time, people like that, that's annoying, dude. It's not Twitter. Stop like posting the first thing that pops in your head. Grandmaster say the damnest things. Well, obviously he doesn't like Magnus or something, and he's like wants there to be like, wants Magnus to lose or something, you know. But it was like, whatever, man. He's like jumping on the Erdogmas bandwagon the first minute, and then Magnus wins the tournament. And today he posted, breaking news, Magnus Carlsen wins a chess tournament. I know, right? Well, at least he has some humility, unlike some people. No, I remember that. That was a famous story, of course. They were fighting over you know, because he was in love with the same woman, Ariane, who, you know, tragically died later. Yeah, that's an old story. But yeah, he's pretty volatile. Some chess players are a little off, huh? I don't have Twitter or X because, yeah, that exact reason. Actually, I hate Facebook too. I almost never look at it, but sometimes when I'm bored. I've reached the point where I almost don't even open Facebook or even post anything on it, but I have no other social media, so I don't use like Instagram or anything else, so Facebook was good for finding my old friends from like high school and stuff that I haven't seen in 30 years. But in general, it's annoying. A lot of garbage. The internet sucks and then you die. TikTok, I'm big on TikTok. Sorry for the abrupt end of the 40-minute stream yesterday. I had a very bad emotional breakdown. Not entirely my fault, but considerably my fault. Once in a while, I what's the word? Revert, um, relapse into my anger-filled rants. All right. Wow. F4. How's your dark squares? Good. The IQP. I want to play for dark squares. Jeez, I don't know, man. You have no darks for bishop. What are we gonna do about that? If I take. Wow. This is like a tactics puzzle. Crazy. It's a tactics puzzle. No way. Can I really do this? Oh my god. Arsenal fan, tactics puzzle for black. No, I know, but that's another problem. Then he has d5. Of course. Did you see the way that Magnus beat um, Andy Woodworm? Standard King's Indian. And Woodworm lost this position that he probably shouldn't have lost, according to the computer, right? But that was so typical King's Indian game, you know? Magnus wouldn't play like that in the World Championship, dude. He's taking liberties. The computer's like, oh, it's a dead draw. Just take on f3. Yeah, well, Woodworm wasn't sure, so he lost. Wormwood. It's a joke. It's C.S. Lewis, the Screw Tape Letters, for those of you who are illiterate. The British author. He was very religious, but he wrote this book called The Screw Tape Letters, and the character in the Screw Tape Letters was the devil, basically, and his name was Wormwood, or he was a messenger of the devil. I don't remember. Wormwood was the person that they were corresponding with in the book, and so we can call him Woodward is Wormwood. Woodworm. Bishop takes f4. All right. Okay, Wormwood. Well, yeah, not dubious, like normal, you know. No, but he has nothing to lose, see? I was joking about Jeff Bezos. What would it be like if Jeff Bezos played in the World Series of Poker, you know? I don't know that Jeff Bezos even plays poker, but that's not the point, you know? I mean, the point is, like, what happens when a billionaire plays in the World Series of Poker? What the fuck does he care, you know? It's like playing free money poker. Where's your motivation, you know? Play money poker. There's no motivation. Imagine the tournaments that Magnus has played in, and then to go down. It's like you're in the major leagues, and now you're down in like fucking AAA, you know, or even worse. You're playing in a Japanese league now. Not because you had to, because you know, anyway, you did everything you could in the major leagues. So what's the point of playing in the Japanese league? You know, he already has tons of money. How does Magnus find any sort of motivation? That's what I'm saying. So at least he has to play interesting chess now, right? It's like you could be world champion, but you're bored with that. That's old. Queen f2. Interesting move, 95. A little problematic. we got a little bit of an issue here. What if I stay calm? I think we remain calm. Remain calm. Do not panic. That's another author. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Ah, knight f4. Saji's so literate. He's so sexy. Literacy is sexy, Saji. I don't read books anymore. I forgot how to read books. Just because my vision sucks. I can't see. I don't have normal reading glasses. Wow. Yeah, dude, stop attacking me, okay? Can you stop? Stop attacking me. Stop attacking me. Stop attacking me. You lost. Game over. Your pawns are all in the wrong color. Have fun with that. But you can move real fast. That's the important thing. This is worse than Arsenal fan game. Time Master. All right. Dude, come on, just die. Die already. Diuretics. Dianetics. Bro, you're just being annoying. God damn. Now you're trading queens? Oh no. Oh no, you let me in there? This is unbelievable. That can't be good. I can't believe I let it even be this close, you know, it's like ridiculous. Defend the pawn. Oh, give me another. I'll have another, thank you. All right. Anyway, you almost got out of it with your sleazy, real fast, you know. Look at that. He actually got to draw a position after king takes g3. I was looking at a very similar endgame with one of my students yesterday. He also couldn't win. Well, the key is the f4 square. I can't give you access to that square. Actually, not just that. Like, even if here, it might be a draw. Worst possible bishop for white. That was very stupid. It was sneaky what he did. I'm totally winning. Now I played bishop g4. If I had just gone immediately, I looked at king e5, but then bishop d3, and then my pawn's still falling. But I just got a better version of what happened. Actually, I forgot that I had king f4. I just need to be a pawn up. All right, next game, Brownie Champ. The mysterious Brownie Champ. Yeah, I forgot. I just didn't see king f4. You guys are always flagging me. Play for time. That's the key to being successful at chess. Guys, how's Arsenal fans' health? Dude, where's the health bar? Bro, where's your health bar? There it is. You have 575 health left. Health bar is kind of hidden off the side there. Let me fix it. Health bar. Can I have a health bar? Health bar? Oh man, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Dude, I don't see it. Bro. Stream boss. There it is. Okay. Health bar. Okay. Yeah. It had been pushed off too far off the side of the stream. There. Alright, that's better. And you can see it at least. Okay, let's start. Another Sicilian day. You managed to fix it. What? Hey man, do you remember me? Yeah, from last week? Yeah, vaguely. We had a real connection. I felt something emotional with you. I felt a very close emotional connection. How could I forget that? I mean, sorry, I like joking around. Is that what? I don't understand. NPC, what are you talking about? What did you do? What did you do now? Maintaining eye contact during helps? Oh god. Bro. That all depends, Arsenal fan. That's very subjective. Oh, they're the A4 guy. Why not B4? What would happen if I played G6? Oh no, you're like making home for Queen B3? Whatever, I mean, this is fine. These people who play the, whatever this is, the Immoral Gambit, should I waste time with like 95 here? The Immoral Gambit, they're like cult followers. They're gonna go down with the cult. Yes, you can equalize with the Smith Gambit. You can equalize with it. Big fucking deal. It sucks, you know. There are better ways to play the white side of the Sicilian, like a million of them. Don't play the Smith Gambit. I mean, okay, at a beginner level, it's fine. You know, as a starting opening, it's fine. Whatever. If you want to learn, play for the initiative. What have you? What is this Queen B3 bullshit? Possible that White House still has full compensation. I'm not sure. It is possible. Possible. But that's the best case scenario. Why do you want to be a pawn down hoping you have compensation when you could just play normally? Night or morning? Well, we have different people. Most of them are from Europe because it's too early in the States. I do evening streams on Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, but those streams tend to get people from the U.S. and North America, but here not as much. Friday morning in Europe, you know, I live in Europe, and since I'm not a deadbeat dad, I can keep my passport, unlike some people. I can't wait to get one of those new Trump passports. I would just fucking burn it, man. Alright. Anyways. I should get Hungarian citizenship. I can. You know, I'm totally eligible. And it would be good to have two passports. Why not? Because why not? And actually, well, it doesn't affect like me playing in the European Championship and stuff because I can't anyway. I'd have to change my chess federation to Hungary. And if I do that, I can never play in round robin tournaments for money and stuff. So, Bishop D8, that's an interesting move. Why didn't I think of that before? I live in Hungary. Everybody's moving here. You know, there's a huge... Now that we've got rid of the like worst dictator in the world, now everybody is going to move here. That Orban's gone. It's going to be like a mass... There's going to be like a massive... what do you call it? When there's a massive amount of people who go somewhere? I can't remember words. Dude, every day I walk down the street, there's like more and more people, mostly foreigners, in my neighborhood. Who wants to live in the United States? Everything is massively overpriced, especially healthcare. And, dude, Trump is done in 2 years if he doesn't die before that or get, you know, retired by his own cult. You thought you were in Hungary. I am in Hungary. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to, Arsenal fan? I just said I'm in Hungary. What are we talking about? Well, unless Kamala Harris runs for president again, we'll be all right. I like how Kamala Harris has been non-existent for the last 2 years since Trump got elected, and now people are like, oh, maybe Kamala will run for president. Who? Are you kidding me? The only people that want Kamala Harris to run for president are Republicans, I assure you. I mean, this is just, you know, not a person who should have been. I mean, Trump is term limited. He can't be president again, bro. You know that. That's it, dude. It's not like Orban, who could go on forever. Anyway, he's fucking 80. But anyway, whatever. I mean, I'm just talking about Hungary. So we're just so happy here to get rid of that corrupt Orban. Dude, he stole everything. I mean, it's all coming out in the wash how much they stole from the country. I mean, over the next like year, it's all going to be investigated, but it's already like more than everyone thought. The corruption was Trump level. All right, so we're up our Mora pawn. Anyway, I didn't mean to rant on politics. Let's develop our pieces. Oh my god. It's all right, dude. You'll still have good fried chicken either way. I don't think so. The next president will be a Democrat. The Republicans, like, dude, this is the least popular president in history right now. Trump too. Oh my god. No. Come on. No, one of them might be the the nominee, but they're never going to win. I mean, the only way they could win, like I'm saying, is if Kamala Harris ran for president. It would take like the worst candidate the Democrats could think of. The only way that a Republican can win the next presidential election is if the Democrats intentionally put the worst candidate they can find, like Kamala Harris. Then, yes. If Kamala Harris runs for president, yes, J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio could be president of the United States. But that's the only way, you know, basically. If Mark Kelly or Gavin Newsom or, you know, the guy from Pennsylvania, Shapiro, if somebody normal runs for president for the Democrats, then there'll be a Democratic president for 4 years. Okay, that's 2 years in the future. There's the midterms now. That's more important. We shouldn't even be talking about presidential elections. I mean, it's ridiculous to talk about presidential elections, U.S. presidential elections in 2026. It's pointless, you know. Why are we talking about this? New stream boss? All right. Whoa! Mr. Slowly Rotten? What? Mr. Slowly Rotten has donated $33.79 to 333. Mr. Slow? No way. Mr. Slow is back? Oh my God. Oh, Mr. Slow. I'm sorry. I don't know if you were here yesterday because you love the analysis streams normally. I had a rage fight with my family and sort of had to close the stream down last night during analysis stream. Mr. Slow is back, but we also had a donation from Gabble Tromops. No, that was 2 days ago. Sorry. Mr. Slowly Rotten has tipped $33.79. That's got to be Mr. Slow. Time format for challenges is 5-3. But anyways, Mr. Slow is back. That's great news because he was a huge patron to the stream and a great, you know, contributor, chessically as well. But you know, with Astrobate gone, we've missed a lot of people. You know, Astrobate being gone, that happened after Mr. Slow left, so he probably doesn't even know about this. But Astrobate has like disappeared. He was our #1 cheerleader. You didn't take on F6, bro. That's a very bad decision. Bangtown, California showed up. Wow. Bangtown, California. I need to stream more in the American time frame here, obviously. Bangtown showed up. Mr. Slow showed up. Wow, 10 gift subs. Wow, King Husky, Minato, Jose Fern, Lions, Tigers, and Bears, Ren Gowie, Pyrox, Hey Sergino, and Nacho Mama. We have 1 million people here today. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Bangtown. Good to see you back. And Mr. Slow at the same time. Of course, Bangtown would, you know, he would come and go. But Mr. Slow was always very, very consistent here. I know he had some problem. Mr. Slow, you're not fully back. Still in search for a new job. I'm good. I'm pretty good. I had an emotional meltdown yesterday, but nothing really not a problem. I'm pretty good, but things have been bad economically for me too. Like, no one coming for lessons. Trump destroyed the economy. You know how it is. So I appreciate the donation, man. You had a meltdown 6 months straight? Well, I'm glad to hear that you're maybe a little bit better. Wow. Come on with a 93 fork. There it is. He's good with one-move threats, this brownie champ. He's very into one-move threats. You might call him a one-move threat master. My pawns are on white squares and they are my friends. Well, why don't we cross over at some point here? That's a crushingly stupid move. Wow, you missed. Knight takes a5. Damn. All right. I know. Why didn't I play king c2 there? Another one move threat. Yeah, I know about that. Our bishop's on the diagonal. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's go. Hello? What? Oh, okay. Whatever. That bishop, I mean, what massive coverage it has, huh? That's pretty sick. Slick. Are you serious? Dude. What an elegant end to the game. Hello? Oh, I was supposed to play rook b1. Now he's going to play it out. Bro, come on. You're going to play this out? Seriously? Is it really necessary to play this out? Bro, what is wrong with you? Why do you have to play this out, man? You're down a fucking rook. We have only 2 hours to play. Thank you. Wow, Mr. Slow is back. That's awesome. Bitte. I play the games, the challenges in the order I get them. I mean, if you're in the list, you're in the list. You got to be in the list. How much are lessons? Negotiable, but my starting rate is $45 an hour. Depends on... It depends. It's a very affordable rate. If you go to other American players, other title players of my rating, they're going to charge you a lot more. Like 75 would be the average. I charge $45 to $50 an hour depending, and I can do that because I live in Hungary and I pass the savings on to the consumer. Other players my level charge at least $75 an hour. I'm undercharging because I can afford to do that, because I live in a country where, you know, my money goes farther, but it's really undercutting the market. All right, anyway, I will negotiate based on time, you know, number of lessons, things like that. Redusa is next. Do you teach adult potzers? Yes. Yes, Bangtown. You know that. I specialize in adult potzers. I hate teaching kids because their parents are assholes. Speaking of which, there's a Nazi pub downstairs from my house, and there was this owner of it wearing this shirt that said Panzer Streetwear. I was like, I wanted to fucking punch the guy every time I see him. He has Panzer Streetwear. It's a Nazi like clothing line. Fucking ridiculous. He had like a flowered. It was like a flowered. It was like a Hawaiian shirt. Nazi Hawaiian shirt. I mean, dude, Panzer streetwear. I'm trying not to have a conflict with the guy, but I have to fucking walk by him every day, and I hate them. I hate that there's a Nazi pub downstairs from my house. But the in a in good on a good news, the Nazi pub, the actual physical apartment where it's located is for sale. So the owner of the location is trying to sell it. So hopefully those guys will get ejected. When they first opened Nazi pub, some like people like bombarded it with like paper and eggs and shit, but it's sort of hung in there. Anyway, it's like if you walk by it, you don't realize it's necessarily a Nazi pub. It's called like Nordic Sun Cultural Center. I have Venmo. Well, I have Venmo. I haven't used it. Why? Why do you ask? You're asking me if I have Venmo? I have access to Venmo. My dad was in the invasion of Normandy. How do you think I feel about Nazis? You know? I could show you a bronze star from my dad from the American campaign, you know, in Europe. How do you think I feel living upstairs from a Nazi pub after my dad risked his life to root out Nazis? And we're German. I'm German by descent, on both sides of my family. Something like that. We love Mr. Slow and our other Antifa Germans. My father was in World War II because I was born, when he was like 50 years old, almost 50. Are you continuing the analysis from yesterday? Yeah, today's Blitz. I'll probably go back to the analysis next week. But I mean, it's very rare for someone my age to have a father who's in World War II. He would have been 100. He would have been 100 years old. 101 this year. He was 101 last month. He would have been 101 last month. Most of my friends' parents were like in the Vietnam War, so it was weird. Like no one believed me. Like, your dad was in World War II? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of weird. But I was born when he was already like 48. So, it's possible. He enlisted really young at 17 and I was born really late. So, it's possible. Yeah. It's crazy. Why I moved to Europe? Well, I moved to Europe because of chess, I moved to Europe because of chess and to escape my former life in America. But it had nothing to do with like politics, or we didn't know like Donald Trump was going to be president in 2004. I mean, no, I always joke that I was like, I left because of Al Qaeda and stuff in 2004 when I moved here. I met this guy at a poker at an internet cafe, and he was joking about Al Qaeda. He was from Canada. I was like, yeah, I'll tell people I ran away from America to hide from Al Qaeda. Yeah, Hungary's affordable, and it's catching up though, But it was really affordable 20 years ago, and it was really, really affordable 30 years ago. A lot of people are moving to countries like Hungary. You see, your father fought in Vietnam. My dad enlisted in 1942 because he was going to get drafted, and by enlisting he could enlist in like the National Guard. It was a little bit better than getting drafted, and he was 17, so it was illegal. You had to be 18 to enlist, but they like looked the other way or whatever, Then he didn't see action. He went to England, and then didn't see action until 1944 when they invaded Normandy. Luckily, he wasn't in the first wave. Your father was in the Serbian army in the Yugoslav wars? I am totally very confused by the Balkan wars and stuff. You could say so. Yeah, you're on the wrong side of it, right? Anyways, more talk. It's 2 o'clock. We have an hour left. You don't know why they use the National Guard for D-Day. I don't know anything about that. But, I mean, it was basically like they were basically like, yeah, with the army. I don't know. He was stationed in England for like a year and a half before they invaded. My dad's best friend was a gunner on a B-17. That was a scary... Dude was traumatized. But he lived quite a long time. My dad used to look up in the sky. He said he used to look up and see those bombers flying overhead and be like, oh man, thank God I'm not up there. You know? They're like sitting ducks. He was a good guy. But anyways. What do you think of the like 10-game matches challenges with Hans? I don't know about that downstairs chess, but I don't really know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Sounds like a promotional deal. What about Magnus winning another tournament? Well, anyway, what else is new? We got about 50 minutes. I have to go. I've got challenges from an unlimited standard. Nope. Diachi, Gabble Romops, Mr. Slow. Mr. Slow. Actually challenging us. All right. How's the Sveshnikov here? Don't know about this position. How about a knight maneuver? Damn, I don't know what to do. Hans Netflix documentary. Oh, come on. There's like a Judith Polgar one, right? Sounds like she's doing a money grab. After the Judith Polgar has a documentary. I mean, after the Queen's Gambit seems like kind of a money grab. But I don't really like documentaries about chess. Well, Queen's Gambit wasn't a documentary. It was a book. All right. I feel like Judith Polgar kind of deserves documentary, you know? Hans, no. Why? He's just another top chess player. Nothing special about Hans. Except maybe the fact that he cheated. I don't know. Just kidding. I don't know. I think Hans might have cheated in like live chess. Well, he definitely cheated online. Not against Magnus in the live game. But I mean, what should we like about Hans? I always feel like the Polgar sisters, though, they didn't really you know, they like, especially Susan acted like she was the first great women's player. I mean, it's not true. There were others. And that's the basis of Gaprindashvili's lawsuit against Netflix. I mean, I played I played Maya Chibernidze in a Blitz tournament in 1986. She was the first grandmaster I ever played in any kind of game. I was rated like 1600 at the time. And she was strong, dude. Before the Polgar sisters were really strong yet in 86. She was like women's world champion. Damn, why does Redusa have such a time edge here? I just don't feel like the Polgar sisters give enough credit to the previous women players, you know, especially Susan. They make it seem like they were the first strong women players. Look at, you know, Pia Kramling and all the Soviet women who were very strong, especially the Georgians. Gaprindashvili and Shibernidze. When I was playing chess, Shibernidze was extremely strong. My friend, the Weedmaster, beat her in a beautiful game in Philadelphia in what was it? It was a Grunfeld. He beat her in a Grunfeld. It was a Bishop G5 Grunfeld. One of his best games. Damn, dude's coming after me here. Whoops. Yeah, he's got so much time. I'm panicking. Yeah, Reduce is he's a big sleazy time player. What am I even doing anymore? What? You dropped your queen. Yes. You haven't finished the Yuta Polgar documentary? Yeah, I'm not interested in Hans. Alright. So, that's more like conspiracy theories. Whoa, we've got a million challenges, guys. We got to do more of these morning streams. Evan Dennis jumped in front. I don't know how he got in first. Gobble Tromops, Mr. Slow. Let's do those guys. Regular. Mr. Slow's gotta go first. Gobble Tromops, we love you, but let's do Mr. Slow because he hasn't been here, and then we'll do you next. Gobble Tromops is next. The Honorable Mr. Slow, who declined the Nobel Chess Prize. He could have been a VIP on my stream, but he respectfully declined. Mana PC is in there. And NPC is in there. GHS is back. True. I don't mean to be, you know, selective, but Mr. Slow is special. Because he hasn't been here since the beginning of the year. Now all we need is Astrobate back. We might know more on the 15th of the month, as I said yesterday. IQP, possibly Hanging Pawns. It's not IQP. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is Hanging Pawns and IQP, the structures are closely related. There's this guy, I can never remember his name. What is his name? The Argentinian American kid who does like chess videos. He's not a kid. He's like 35. Magnus' age. No, Magnus is even older now. Is he? Yeah, that's like Magnus' age, right? Magnus is like 36, 35. He talked a lot about. I like this guy. He studied with Lombardi. I can't remember his name. No, 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 no. 35-year-old. He wrote some blogs. But anyway, he did one video where he was talking about he made his repertoire so that he forced himself to play a lot of hanging pawn structures. Faustino was a little kid. That's something else. Uh, God damn it, what's his name? Ski? Something with a ski in it? Not Naroditsky. Hungaski. Hungaski. So Hungaski is he's like half American, half Argentine, and he seems like a thoughtful dude. Good. One of the few people who's like I would read if they wrote a blog or something. He's actually thoughtful. But I never thought of it. This is an interesting concept. I saw him playing like this in some tournament in 2014. In the only time I ever saw him live was at an Open, the Continental Open in Massachusetts in 2000. It was later, 2015. Anyway, yeah, he happened to be playing a hanging pawn structure like this. But anyway, the dude said he actively plays openings so that his repertoire features a lot of hanging pawns. Interesting to think about it that way. I never thought about okay, I'm going to play a certain repertoire because this is the kind of pawn structure that I want to play. But clearly he had good training. Because he lived in Connecticut, he had access to Lombardi, who obviously was very knowledgeable, and he had to teach. He didn't have a lot of money. He had financial trouble at the end. I think he used to gamble and stuff probably. So I know at the end when Lombardi was dying or very ill, he was getting kicked out of his apartment or something. Sadly, New York City rent, stuff like that, very hard to deal with. Mayor Mandami would be probably good for. It's a little late for that. All right. So Mr. Slow goes with the d4. See, most people were reluctant to do that because the pawns become kind of stagnant. But maybe Mr. Slow has a justification for this. Mr. Slow might be rusty. Mr. Slow is back, but he said just temporarily. Gobble Romops, can you help him get a job in the military industrial complex? Oof. Am I going to have problems here? Very likely. It was tough to watch those videos from Lombardi where he was, See, I never knew him. I never even met him until I saw him once at Foxwoods or something, and I didn't talk to him. We didn't really have any mutual friends. And so he was in Connecticut or New York, and I was either in South Jersey or Boston. I very rarely went to New York. Maybe once every 6 months for a tournament or something. I have no direct connection to New York City, so I was rarely there. I never only played some New York Opens and tournaments at the Marshall, very rarely. And Lombardi never played. I mean, come on. Well, he went through some period where he became a priest or whatever, right? He pulled no, he pulled some kind of crazy thing. When Udasin became you guys don't remember this, but there was a point where Udasin became a Hindu or Buddhist or something. I don't know. Chess players do weird stuff. What's the guy from South America? Um, Also became a priest, no? The Brazilian guy? The very strong grandmaster from Brazil, a Mecking, right? He basically like disappeared from chess for like 20 years. Lombardi did kind of the same thing. So that's the reason why I never met Lombardi. I mean, he wasn't around. You know, he wasn't in the chess scene at all. My entire chess upbringing from 2000, I mean, from 1985 through 1995, you know, the beginning of my chess career, Bill Lombardi was non, you know, he was like Fischer. He was disappeared, practically, at least chess-wise. All right, what are we going to do? Searching for marketing manager, supply chain manager, and production workers. VAT manager. Searching for VAT cleaners. Knowledge of biology, a plus. Knowledge of human biology, right? You can identify body parts, it's a plus. I like um, I like how Shell Oil Company posted like some massive profit, billions of profit. Military industrial complex, lots of jobs there. Maybe you can build AI robots to like kill people. Well, this was a fun stream after yesterday when I melted down. It was great to see Mr. Slow's okay, although maybe I understand that not everything is perfect. Um, good to know you're alive. Acerbate, we don't have any news to report. I've done, you know, searching for his name, death notice, arrest record, nothing. It's just all blanks. If you try to find Acerbate, it just comes up with all blanks. It's really weird. He just like fell off the map. Well, the other person who's gone is Richard Brenton. And actually, I don't know if anybody here from the UK knows this, but maybe Sung Prism, we could ask. Richard Brenton was a member of like a club, I think like in Exeter or something like that. So I hope that Richard is okay. He was chairman of a club. Exeter or Devon. You know, and he just stopped appearing here, which is really bad. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I mean, sometimes people just move away from chess for a while and come back. And it doesn't mean that they died or something, you know, necessarily. Mr. Slow is going to hold this. Not an easy end game, you know. Honor draw, okay. Honor draw. I failed to find a conclusive edge. I was better, but I'm not sure I was ever winning here. So hopefully Richard Brenton comes back. Mr. So great to see you. Okay, that wasn't a perfect game. I thought I had something. Um, the opening, it says you were a little better, and then I was better after Queen A5, but I missed it. I had something here. Oh, no. Well, you gave me a E3 and I didn't play it. And I don't know why. You played Queen A5 and I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't play E3. You know, I mean, E3 was the plan. That's why I played Rook E1. Oh, apparently I had a shot. I had knight takes D4. So if E3, he had a trick. I saw C4. But I mean, this would have been consistent. Then I was like, no, I'll play it safe. All right, I'm gonna take. Oh no, where's Gobble Troll Mops? I was gonna take Gobble Troll Mops next. Whew, guys, I got 35 minutes left. Gobble Troll Mops, are you gone? If Gobble Troll Mops is not here, you have to work. Okay, I'm just gonna take the remaining challenges in order. Evan Dennis 30. I think Miro's next. There's these people with two names, Evan Dennis, Matt Eddy. Are you guys related? I'm going to try to get to as many of these. Don't anybody else challenge me. We're going to try to get to as many of these as we can. I'm like sweating like a pig here. It's very hot, and I can't turn on the air conditioner because it'll fucking freeze my shoulder. Fan doesn't seem to be working. Hello, fan. Can you work? Can you work a little harder? Damn, dude, you're not doing shit. This fan is really on its last legs. All right, we're gonna need to buy another fan or two. Clearly. Good stream, guys, after yesterday's disaster. Thank you, Mr. So glad you came back. And Bangtown, California with the big gift subs. I was about to quit streaming yesterday. It's been so depressing lately. You know, no one... I need to do more of these. Clearly, this is a message. We need to do like a balance of evening and daytime streams like I used to. I'm gonna have to find a way to work in another stream. Maybe like Tuesday morning would be a good time. Tuesday, you know, midday. I could do that. I could add a stream on Tuesday. That makes the most sense, actually. Very hot and humid here. It rained yesterday. I went out for a walk. Bird crashed in our apartment. That was weird. I think it might have crashed in the window. It was very disoriented. Like a little, we call them Rigos, a little black bird. And he was like standing in the corner of our apartment. I had to put him in a cat box. But luckily I could get him and put him in the cat box and take him outside. He was like hopping around and shit. Like I'm not sure he could fly. Hopefully he recovered. Once I had a bat in my room in this office here, where I am right now. That was really weird, like 3 years ago. Luckily it didn't happen during a stream. Bat just fucking flew in the window. I mean, it flew in the skylight. That was insane. It was like a horror movie. Luckily it was a small bat, you know. It just like dove down. I guess it's like radar, it's sonar or whatever, like totally got confused. It dove down onto the floor after flying around in like circles in the ceiling. It dove down and like just chilled on the floor for like 2 minutes. Hey guys, what's up with hey, who's coming to Champions League final? Arsenal? Who's coming to Champions League final? Budapest. I can't believe they're having a Champions League final here. It's crazy. How did Hungary get that? More Orban corruption? How do we get the Champions League final in Budapest? It's gonna be crazy here. In Paris, they're like setting off like fires and shit. You know what's weird though? Like, I don't know, from a competitive standpoint, I watched Bayern versus PSG. And it's so weird that a team like celebrating and winning after a 1-1 draw, you know? I mean, it's like that sport's kind of fucked up. It's like celebrating a draw in chess. Yes. We got the draw. Especially after they were like winning 1-0 the whole match. Right. I watched with my son the last like 10 minutes of the match. He likes Bayern Munich. I don't really care. But it's cool that they're having the match here in Budapest. Man, there's going to be a massive amount of tourists for that. What? You're letting me have that bishop? Okay, done. Accumulation of advantages. Haram ball. What does that mean? It sounds Turkish. By the way, man, NPC, don't warn any of your Serbian friends, but my team is playing this like last round match against a team of mostly Serbian players on Sunday. Bro. It's like a team from the border of southern Hungary near Szeged, and the majority of the players are either Serbian or Serbian Hungarians. And this is the existential relegation match. One of these teams is probably going to be relegated, and we're behind by 2. H4, H5, bishop F4, nice plan. But maybe he has bishop G4. Evan Dennis is not bad for 1100. Oh, they're from India. Evan Dennis from India. It's a very traditional Indian name. That explains everything. Okay, you're 1100, but you're from India. Okay. Well, I don't understand how Indian underratedness correlates to online ratings, but if it was an over-the-board rating, I would understand. Yeah, good play at h4, h5, but I think bishop g4 would kind of throw a wrench in the works there. This guy's a very good 1100. He's worth every penny. Jeez. Even b5, not a bad move. So I have time for probably 2 more games. All Indians should automatically qualify for our GM norm. Yeah, Gormley again with a weird comment on Facebook. He was like, oh, everyone in Spanish Opens is like underrated. Like, dude, have you been to India? What's he talking about? Spanish Opens. Come on, bro. Spanish Opens. Yeah, because they're like all Indian players, but it has nothing to do with Spanish Opens. If Magnus Carlsen played in Spanish Opens, he would be like 2,500. That kind of quote, you know, is stupid. Spanish Opens. Yeah, because half the players are from India. What about an Indian Open? Why don't you try that, Gormley? Go play an Open in India. That's how like Sebe Attila became 2300. This guy is 1100. Come on, bro. He's fast. He doesn't blunder. He makes only tiny positional mistakes. Your friend is like, yeah, you're 1100. My butt. You're 1100. You're 1700 Lichess minimum, and you don't make any kind of serious blunders. You're very, very careful. This guy is no 1100. Look, he's 1546 in rapid, which is normal. There'd be like a higher rapid rating. Come on, man, no blunders. That's all you need to do. If you just don't blunder, yeah, d5 knight d4, but it's d5 knight e5. Give squares to get squares. It's not so easy. What's the big deal with knight d4? If I play d5, he gets knight e5, knight c4, maybe. Maybe it's good, but keeping the tension might be good too. I like, you know, Bangtown's plan, to be honest with you. But the problem is I have some light square weaknesses. Maybe this guy can cover these squares. Oh my god, it's my turn? Since when? Queen e8? That's a subtle move. 1100. Come on, bro. You're not 1100. He's 1100, but there's like a 1700 playing on his 1100 account. 1100 is like you drop your pieces. I mean, seriously. 1100 never gets as far. There's literally no way you're 1100. Now he's setting up queen h5. Steinitz is 1100. See? 1100. You're not even close to 1100. Your friend who's playing is like 1800. Now what do I do? Now you're d5. This also has drawbacks. I'm not sure this is a good move. I don't think this is a good move, d5. Tempting, but not good. Oh. No, no, no. g5 is questionable. Maybe his worst move. Dude, he's zoning in on my thing again. Oh my god. Queen h6. Jeez, this is annoying, bro. Dude, 1100, my god. What a joke. He's the strongest 1100 in the world. Like, I think. At least technically. At least the most solid 1100 in the world. For sure. This is insane. How could you be 1100, bro? Make a blunder, finally. Jeez. It took him till move 35 to make a blunder. Unbelievable. That's crazy. But he's a real 1100 if he won't resign here. That's pretty standard. Talented 1100. But there's still hope. You have rook d7. Not good. Wow, you didn't defend that. 2 blunders in 1 game. All right. Anyway, just speaking to the rating of people, this guy was really solid. All right. Anyways, Matt Eddy, he's a relative. Not enough games. All right, Dina Zara. Matt Eddy doesn't have enough games. I can't accept that. I can't accept that. Dina Zara, if you're not here, I'll go on to the next game. You're here. All right, this might be last game. If we use up all the time, I have a lesson at 3, so I have to go in 20 minutes. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to another game. Dvoretsky said this is drawn. No, but I mean, 1100s. That's ridiculous, dude. The guy was really solid. Yeah, good line. This is a famous line. That's questionable. Of course, I can take with the bishop or the pawn. H4. No H4. What do you do about bishop G4? Should I even? I don't know. I'm not gonna waste my bishop. He has E4. I think he should have played E4, honestly. Now I'm not sure what my plan is. Bishop G4. Inconsistent play by me. The plan is this or this, into here with the 97. But he goes there anyway. Wow. That doesn't look right. Really. Isn't this pawn gone? What do? You take with a bishop? You have to take with the bishop. I underestimated this. Maybe. But I mean, ultimately, is the d4 pawn kind of gone? Not exactly. It's looking rough, but it might not be gone. I didn't play this great. It looks like white is okay. Wow. Well, he's from Malaysia. It's not India, but it's close. How about rook e8? Are you going to lose that pawn? No. Shit. Bishop takes c3, knight takes d5. That's good. Alright, now he blundered. He, she, it, they. That's a pawn. This is an important pawn, obviously. He could have played knight e2. He, she. I don't know if Dina is a girl or Does it matter? All right. Structure, yeah, that's gone. Here, I'm hallucinating. I had a hallucination that my knight could move to c5, which is very bad. Do I want to move my pawn? Maybe. We hold the knight on e7 with the king. I can play rook to the 7th, and that's very unpleasant for white. White plays too fast. If you took your time, you probably would gain like 200 rating points. You could be like 1500 tomorrow if you use more time. Take care. All right. God of fried chicken, good of fried chicken, God of fried chicken, fried chicken God. Draw. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for offering that draw. I appreciate it. You're very kind. It looks like a draw, but I'm going to have to try to win this, I'm afraid. With the extra, you know, pawn and everything. My knight is a little inconvenient. My knight has so many squares, right? F4? Maybe. I don't mind trading off, you know, Mr. Doubled Pawn. Nah. Force field in place. This is a winning position. Winning. It's a win-win situation. Give me all of your pawns. Nope, not today. Nope, not today. Nope, not today. Nope, not today. Oh, come on. All right. Anyways, quick last game. Miro on the edge. Oh no, the Butcher of Truth. Butcher of Truth, sorry. Miro, I've got to go in 10 minutes. Let's go. I gotta check my messenger. Miro, are you here? Butcher of Truth. I forget who Butcher of Truth was. We don't know. F4, no, it was to contain his king, you know, in the dark squares. But I mean, you know, if he has to undouble my pawns to get out, then... But he was like equalized. I think he equalized in the opening. I didn't play that really that well. It's an interesting choice between taking with the bishop and taking with the pawn. Classic Tory attack in reverse. Or King's Indian, if you prefer. What do you menace? You play bishop f5, it's a London. You don't want to do that. Here we go again. Now I can take with a pawn. This situation is different. It's a little different. I'm normally not taking with a pawn here to preserve the better structure. Hey, it's Miro. That's another Miro. Didn't we have another game like this? Have you played the Caro Kann? Miro on the Edge, do you play Caro Kann? Because you're playing this like a Caro Kann. Dude, you're going to do it again. Yeah. You had 2 games you lost because of these squares, remember? You're doing the same thing again. 2 passive. White square weaknesses. Passive. You should play e5 in the opening. No? We get our white square bishops for free. Butcher of Truth, I gotta go, probably. Unless I get a confirmation from my student that he's not coming or something. We don't have many students left. And guys, please contact me about lessons if you're interested in seriously getting better at chess. I specialize in teaching adult noobs. What are we doing? Man. Bangtown, California. Wow. All right. We'll get in touch. I'll send you a message. You call me. I won't call you. You call me. All right. All right. Queen b6. When the white squares cave in, right? That's when black loses these games. Previously, I've done like double fianchettos, and I realized that it just creates a lot of dark square weaknesses, and black's happy with that. I'm trying to avoid doing like the double fianchetto b3 type of thing unless it's absolutely necessary. Oh, you've got queen a6. Caro Kann. Yeah. Give up your center. Pawn takes pawn. I don't know if I have permission. You guys can always email me. You know, my email is in the stream. It's in my info. Just don't send me like hate mail or viruses or spam bots or botnets like Brian Wall. All right, I gotta go after this game, guys. Don't send me botnets. Really, I could use a good botnet. Oh my god, did you hate that? Well, especially old people, they always like accidentally click on something and then they like, you know, small earthquake in California. You know how the old people, they're always stupid and they fall for some clickbait and then they get a botnet and then you're getting these emails. Dude, I was getting emails from Yasser Seirawan's wife. Okay? Yvette Seirawan. I was like, okay, that's weird. That's definitely a botnet. I haven't had an email from Yasser Seirawan's wife since like 2001, and then Suddenly you're getting emails from Yasser's wife. I'm like, I think that's a botnet, you know? People who aren't like computer savvy and then they like get old and they become even less savvy, you can definitely just delete that email in the spam folder. Um, I mean, I like Yasser's wife. She's nice, but still, she's a botnet, probably. Anyways, um, so be careful who you get emails from. You could trust me. You know, sometimes you send messages to friends and you send them like a link and they won't open it because they're afraid you're sending them some kind of virus. And you have to write like a message like, this is not a virus. Okay, I'm really sending you this. Earthquakes in California. Wow, small ones. Good. That's fine. Just no tsunamis. You know, speaking of Serbia, what happened to Schumacher? He must be practicing law or something. Our old Serbian. Our old Serbian, as opposed to our new Serbian. Miro on the edge. Schumacher never comes anymore to the stream. But it was great to have Bangtown donate some gift subs and Mr. Slow come back. I mean, he hasn't been here since January. 4 months, no Mr. Slow. Great to have him back. We got our kind of standard King's Indian attack forming now. This move reinforces e6, but White's attack looks pretty strong on the king side. You'll have to try not so easy for me, huh? Knight b8. There you go. You're a Slav player. This looks like too much. Oh man, yesterday Arsenal fan got mated. Bobby Fischer, Mag Mercerin type position. Do I have h6? It looks like it's in the building. But I mean, the standard sort of queen g4. Bobby Fischer, you're on the edge, Miro, on the edge. All I need is Boris Kryman. I'm hanging my b2 pawn. That's all right, you can have it. A little bit generous of me. I don't know if I should have sacrificed that. Wow. He stopped rook e3. Dude, that's really annoying. But he stopped that, but he created another problem, huh? This has to be too much. Oh, you want to play knight d5? Maybe. I can't believe you can survive here. Shit, really? Knight e6? Oh. Knight e6 threatens mate in 1. I hope this works. It's funny if you lost on the light squares again. Gabble Romops, welcome back. We gotta go though, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta go. Oh no. Oh no. No, I did a lot of puzzles yesterday. The theme is light squares. Because you trade your bishop on g4 on f3. All right, guys, I gotta go. Thanks for playing. Fun games today. Glad to have everybody back. I will see you Sunday for Simulstream. Thanks for your support. And Bangtown will be in touch. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.